Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you how the RedKey USB data wiping software suspend actually works. As you can see, I'm in the software already. I had problems on my first computer. This is the E machine, and when you see it complete, it's actually really cool. Yes, I have 2 hard drives in there, and I am going to wipe both of them at the same time. So I am going to do the suspend, unfreeze. So I'm going to suspend it, and you are going to see that this is successful on the E machine. Now, the reason it didn't work on my other computer, as I stated in the previous video, the CMOS battery I put in there was an off-brand CMOS battery, and for some reason it's not keeping the voltage, which means the battery is bad, because when you hibernate, which is basically what's happening here, or put the computer to sleep, it's kind of both with this. The CMOS battery takes over, and as you can see, it came back. And what happened is on my first computer, the CMOS battery wasn't supplying the correct voltage to do that. The E machine is, because I have a really nice CMOS battery in there. As you can see now, it's asking me to click yes, screen is okay. Now, I forgot to plug a mouse directly into the computer. I still have the mouse for the testing station, plugged into a USB power strip. Something I didn't think about, but what happens here is the software wants input from the user, which is me in this case. And the reason that is, if you leave it idle too long, it turns off the computer. The issue, which is not really an issue, as I should say, the software wants to make sure that there is a user there. Now, as I said, the issue that's not an issue, I caused the issue by not having the mouse hooked up. So it wants to make sure that the computer is not just doing things that the user does not want it to do. So as you can see here, we are back in the main menu, and it's working just fine. So that's why I like this software, because it has safety, it has failsafes, or safeties as you would say. Now, getting back to the CMOS battery, it's like your car battery. When you shut your car off, it keeps all the radio stations. Your car's battery is acting like the CMOS battery for the radio. So we are going back into the OS, as you can see here. So the suspend was successful on the E machine. Now, just because it's frozen, the SSD is frozen, it's not damaged. There's certain software, there's like add-ons to the software, and you have to suspend it, and when the software basically comes back up, there's an add-on that it needs to wipe the SSD. Now, what you're going to see here is when I run the software, you're going to see the software unlocking the SSD. and it's going to do it really, really quick. So when I click start, you're going to see at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you're going to see it say unlocking and then doing what it needs to do. And I was just checking the drive out itself. And here we go. You saw it unlocking. Now, the SSD is going to be wiped really, really quick because I already had wiped it in the previous video. And there's nothing on the spinner drive, which is on the left-hand side of the screen, but that takes a little longer. Plus, it's an older drive. And as you can see over here, where I moved the mouse, the pointer, it says wiped. So the SSD is done. It's done wiping, I should say. Now, I didn't plan on wiping the two drives at the same time. I had to swap the SSD over, but what's cool about this is you're seeing two different generations of drives being wiped. You know, one is going to take a little longer than the other. The spinner, which is what they call magnetic media, is going to take longer than the SSD because the SSD has no moving parts. And there goes the screensaver, which I absolutely love. Now, what I want to see with this, with RedKey, is I want to, because there's three different types of hard drives. I should say drives. HDD, which stands for a hard drive device, SSD, solid state device, and then there's a hybrid. I've talked about this before. One of these days I'm going to buy a hybrid drive, and I want to use this software on it. And for me, I'm just curious because I know how it works on an HDD. I know how it works on an SSD. I want to find out how it works on a hybrid drive. Yes, it'll work, but how the process is the same, you're wiping data, but I want to see how it actually works. And I will try it on a few other platforms. I want to try it on the Raspberry Pi. I want to try it on, whenever I get, there's another computer out there called the Latte Panda. When I get one of those, I wanted to see because those run on an SD card, I want to see if I could wipe an SD card. And you're probably wondering, why do you want to do that? As I stated, with a lot of software, I'm curious what the limitations of the software are. So then this way, if someone asks me questions, hey, you use this software, can it do this? I can go say, yeah, but let's just say your computer needs to meet certain conditions. One of mine didn't, the other one did, so it worked. Someone may be in a hurry and they need to reinstall something real quick. I can go say, hey, yeah, this will work, or no, it won't work. So, as you can see here, this is still wiping the HDD. So yes, you could wipe multiple drives at the same time. This video has proof of that. And yes, after a few seconds, it will go into the screensaver. And what's nice, I'm not sure if I stated this in any previous video I've done on the software, there is a sound that plays. It's like a pinging sound when the software is done. So if you're working on multiple computers and one is done, you'll hear the sound telling you it's done. Now, if you look under where it says USB, I forgot to mention this. You'll know the edition of the software you are running. If it says home, you're running home. If it says professional, you're running professional. If it says ultimate, you're running ultimate. And what's nice is you could wipe anything. So say you're a business and you're getting rid of an old server. I would take out the drives and physically destroy them as well. But let's say you're moving it to a different division of your company, which require different things. I would use this software on it, and then I would rebuild to install the proper OS that I need and proper software. So with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.